That's a Broadway workout right there.
All told, during Friend Like Me, our sensors tracked nearly 900 steps.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the musicals that ask a lot more of their performers than your average show.
Taking this horse by the reins, making red coats, whether he blood stains. And I'm never gonna stop until I make him jump from the Muppets, gotta remain down. Watch me engaging them, escaping them, enraging them.
Number 10, Les Misérables. While it's a monumentally moving production, this seminal Broadway classic is also very demanding. Les Mis requires a lot from everyone. The ensemble has to maintain their voices while cycling through an endless series of strong emotions throughout the entire production. The crew, meanwhile, needs to make its various transitions feel seamless. There are costume swaps, scenery changes, and a huge score to get through. With a show this epic, the audience isn't off the hook either.
You know, no matter how noble a venture Les Mis is, you just get sick and tired of hearing that score night after night. Shut up! Work it out!
Between its long ballads, epic romance, heartbreaking deaths, and roughly 3-hour runtime, it can be taxing even if you're just sitting in the dark watching it.
In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever.
Number 9, a chorus line.
I really need the job, because I need the job. I've got to get it done.
This lauded musical about a group of dancers desperate to book a chorus part was once the longest-running show on Broadway. The thing about a chorus line is that its themes demand a high level of conformity in its group numbers. At a certain point, the dancers in the show aren't really meant to stand out.
One smile and suddenly nobody else will do. You know you'll never be lonely with you know who.
The movements must be a near-perfect match. Fortunately, there are enough solos that some of the performers manage to get a few breaks in.
Everything was beautiful at the ballet. I was happy. I would love to.
But those are often some of the most emotionally wrenching parts of the story. Then it's back to dancing. Number 8, SpiderMan Turn Off the Dark. Ahead of its official opening night in June 2011, the insanely expensive Spider-Man musical was already raising eyebrows. More controversial than its unconventional source material was its highly involved and often dangerous choreography. Turn Off the Dark is a full-out spectacle.
But your strength will be a vision beyond visibility, and the gift I've woven for you will give you new eyes to see.
Every night, its team was expected to make gravity-defying high-wire stunts look effortless. It takes a lot of core strength to do aerial work as intricate as this, and the original Broadway production became notorious for the amount of injuries its ensemble sustained.
I have a bunch of, screws in my back right now. But the moment I'm going to, as aggressively as I can, go through my physical therapy, and the moment I feel like I'm good, I'm back in the show, I can't wait.
After a while, it probably took a lot of effort just to work up the courage to step out on stage. Number 7, Newsies.
There is a fine life, carrying the banner with the starlights, carrying the banner with your big shots, tossing out a freebie to the big shots.
Even marketing images for Newsies showcase performers in mid-air, so you know this is a high-octane production. This crowd pleaser about a group of newspaper boys trying to unionize probably has one of the fittest ensembles ever to hit a Broadway stage. But this cast doesn't just have to dance. They spend almost the entire time twirling, jumping, and racing up and down fire escapes while maintaining crystal clear diction.
A new world is dawning for you, and Joey is true, till once and for all.
And they have to do all that while often still keeping their hats on. The amount of money these Newsies spend on gym memberships alone could probably fund a whole other show. Number 6. Anything Goes. Cole Porter's seafaring comedy is one of the few holdovers from the early days of musical theater. It's been revised a lot since then. One thing that hasn't changed much since its premiere is how difficult it is to do it justice. Full of breezy songs and fancy footwork, the trick to selling the production is making it look easy. Of course, it's anything but. The title number alone is a nightmare.
Good authors too, who once knew better words, now only use four-letter words, writing prose. Anything goes.
The actress playing Reno Sweeney has to honor each and every one of Porter's fast-paced lyrics, all while holding her own with a chorus of tap dancers. There's a lot of sweat behind all that smiling. Number 5. Cats.
As knockabout clowns, quick change comedians, tightrope walkers and acrobats.
It may have a reputation as one of the more confusing and borderline nonsensical Broadway mega hits, but there's a reason Cats is so beloved. Since its premiere, audiences have been dazzled by the show's agile and furry-footed ensemble. The creative team behind the original West End production knew that the dancing was essential in making it work. So it was designed as a massive showcase for artists who could master all sorts of styles, and perform the steps in a way that also mimics the distinct way a cat moves. No one said being Jellicle was easy.
Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats. Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats. Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats. Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats.
Number 4. The Lion King.
There is more to see than can ever be seen, more to do than can ever be done.
Disney's Tony-winning adaptation of the 1994 animated classic is one of the biggest musicals ever in almost every way. Not only is it the most financially successful production in Broadway history, it also has an incredibly large creative team. It takes 50 performers and about 100 crew to make a performance happen every night. Throughout, its ensemble must sing and act while donning huge masks and costumes.
How many puppets are in the extra performance?
So in the actual show is 232 are used.
232?
Yeah. So
The choreography by itself would be challenging, but many of its ensemble members must also give life to on-stage animals in the form of intricate puppets. This illusion requires superhuman precision, flexibility, and dexterity.
They live in you. They live in me. They're watching over.
Number 3. Hairspray. Considering how peppy and positive the dance-crazy Tracy Turnblad is for the entire story, Hairspray has got to be one of the hardest productions to carry. Given that it's about a teen dance show, you can bet that the grooving is a major high point here. And there's a whole lot of it. In fact, it's almost wall-to-wall upbeat songs. It's got 60s novelty dances galore and big hair that look like they weigh a ton. Then after hours of all that, the cast is on hand for one of the most breathless, most energizing finales ever. It is not for the weak. Number 2. Starlight Express.
Starlight Express, you must confess. Are you real? Yes or no?
There are a few reasons this Andrew Lloyd Webber extravaganza is not as well known as some of his other efforts. This story of anthropomorphic trains falling in love and facing extinction by the modern diesel engine is a musical, romance, and light show all in one.
Think that nobody will love you, but
Its most famous and challenging requirement of its cast is that they must all perform in roller skates. To top it all off, it also features costumes that are bulky and heavy to lug around, with some productions featuring garments that can weigh anywhere between 35 and 50 pounds.
We see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Westside Story. The original conceit behind this musical was to blend the timeless love story of Romeo and Juliet with a modern sensibility. Jerome Robbins' West Side Story choreography skewed towards ballet, employing jazzier movements for the more dangerous scenes between its rival gangs.
Jets! Hey, Jets!
Through the years, it's been updated and reinterpreted to make way for different styles of dance, but it's always a show where movement is integral to the storytelling. Its legendary choreography, combined with its runtime and the tragic love story at its center, makes West Side Story an endurance test for its cast. Which of these shows looks like the biggest workout? Tell us in the comments.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.